Right, it's not quite Seville, the
Yeah.
big one, but we're here, Paris, Champions League final.
You've played in the Champions League
Yeah.
many a times, seasoned pro.
Yeah.
What makes it so special, especially the final? What makes this day so special?
Well, as a kid, like it was always about the FA Cup, like you know,
Yeah.
because we was like that. But then, sort of as you get into your teens and like the Champions League took on this life of its own, and it become the Tuesday, Wednesday nights, and you see all the exotic teams. I think it's the music, Cole, that makes it.
I was about to say that.
Like
that
the
music.
hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
Yeah.
And and then I mean, for me, it's bittersweet really because it's the one that got away because I played 4 semi-finals and obviously lost the final in 2008 on penalties. I was due to take Anelka's penalty.
Yeah.
Right, so like it was a horrible game, and it was horrible because you're playing against Man United, like, and we was going back and forth, winning, taking trophies off each other, and it was a great side. And on the night, I think we were we was a better side. But once it goes to penalties, it's like that, innit? And I got taken off for Anelka. Like I put like before the game.
How was you feeling when you got taken off?
No, I'm not gonna lie. There was a little bit of relief as well.
Relief?
Not relief because of only because of the pens. Like,
Okay.
Like I'd never taken a pen in my career up until that point. Imagine the first pen you take in your career.
I know.
Is the decisive one in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
Like, so not relief. It was like I'd run my race. Like my legs were gone because I was playing against Evra.
Oh yeah.
And Ronaldo on that side. So it was carnage.
Yeah.
You concentrating more on trying to stop that
them,
little thing going on. But Anelka, anyway, he come on. So I'm like, he's a penalty taker, Cole.
Yeah.
Like, so you're thinking you're backing him. Like he
Yeah,
had
of
that
course.
whip, and then when JT, because we had the winning penalty to go, JT had the ball.
I remember it
And I've
very
never
well.
seen JT miss a pen in my life. I'm thinking Chelsea captain in Moscow.
Understands the pressure.
Like knows the thing. He's just gonna, and I was right. I see at the post, and your belly turns over then, doesn't it? And you think that was 2008, and I was done with the Champions League by 2010. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's bittersweet for me. I felt we was good enough to win it. 4 semi-finals. We lost on penalties to Liverpool in the semi-finals. Lost to Monaco. We should have beat. It's bittersweet. I'd love to have won it, but it's just brilliant to play. Like, it's brilliant to play, and it's amazing. And who knows, mate? Maybe one day, as a gaffer, you might be out here.
Me and you, the Cole duo.
We'll
Who's going to be the lead manager though? Is it you or me?
Well, it's got to be you, Geese, isn't it? Like, I'd just love
my
to
sidekick, Coley.
I'll be that. Yeah, I'll be. You be Mike Bassett. I'll be Dozzy.
Definitely, I'll do that.
What do you think, Coley? What do you think? What's your prediction?
I'm very excited about this game. It's one of those games where it could still go either way. Every final's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, you got to support the English team.
Yeah.
And Liverpool have done really, really well. Missed out on the Premier League, but they'll be hoping to get the treble.
I know I played for Liverpool for a little bit, but I wouldn't have wanted them to win the quadruple because I don't want no one to complete football. Do you know what I mean?
It's like,
it ends any argument in any booze or anywhere up and down the country.
Yeah.
You know.
There's nothing else to do after that.
Yeah, they go, the Man United team of the 90s or the team from this team, that team, whatever, and then everyone go, we won the quadruple.
Yeah.
So
it's the best team ever, isn't it? Looking at Real Madrid's team, you've seen that when you look at Real Madrid, I see them as it's a bit weird. I've never had them as favourites in any game. How have they got this far?
They just know how to win. It's in their DNA, and they get it done. Like, even this is supposed to be a transitional. You know, like you see like teams going through transitional periods where they got to get rid of the old guard and that, but they're just like
cracking on.
They've got
Ancelotti though.
I know.
You've worked under Ancelotti, haven't you?
Yeah.
What kind of manager is he?
As a man, he's just a gentleman. Like he said I was talking to my pal the other day. We interviewed him, and he asked him a question, and I think this sums him up. He said, what's the difference? You've been at the top now for decades. What's the difference between what you do now to what you did back then? First, we said tactically, and the way we train players is chalk and cheese, completely different.
Yeah.
He said, but the way I treat the human being is exactly the same. He said, I never left out or benched a person, only the player. And that's exactly what he's one of them managers that just think he just gets everyone on side.
When I look at how successful he has been, he's got to be up there with some of one of the best managers that anybody's seen in the world.
If Real Madrid do it, I'll be pleased for Carlo.
How's this game going to be won if it's going to be won? I feel that someone like Trent might struggle against a Vinicius.
Yeah. That's what he's done to Chelsea, isn't it? Vinicius, because he plays high and wide.
Yeah.
And Vinicius is probably the best player in Spain, one of the best young players, the new bright star, and he's been brilliant. And I think that's where they can get in. And he's very what they've done against Chelsea. With Benzema was coming off. Benzema's never going to run Van Dijk and Konate.
No, not anymore.
So that sort of matches up nicely. That he'll come off and he'll just. But that space in behind, Trent has to be on it defensively.
Yeah.
It's almost a game where Trent's going to have to reserve himself, I think, and concentrate on stopping Vinicius.
When we look at someone like Mane.
Yeah.
But Mane seems a little bit unsettled at the moment. Maybe he's going to want to be going out with a bang as well.
Yeah. Well, listen, someone made a good shout the other day, Ballon d'Or. I mean, he won the African Nations Cup in it, which people were like, if he goes and wins the Champions League and he's taking his country to the World Cup and say he scores the winning goal tomorrow, Mane, with the season he's had, you argue he's in the running, isn't he, really?
Yeah, he is.
You can't be leading your teams to them kind of tournaments. And not,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or level. Yeah.
Real Madrid's defence, will they be able to cope with the trio up front for Liverpool?
That's the problem, ain't it? I mean, they've got Alaba playing centre half. He's a hell of a player, but as a centre half, I'm not sure. When going the other way, Van Dijk he's got it all locked up shop in it. Then, but the other side, I'm thinking, I think that's where the leak's going to happen. Yeah.
If anything's going to happen, Real Madrid's going to want to go forward. It's going to leave loads of space in behind, and I think because Liverpool are so good on the break as well, I think that's where they might win it. That's it. But they will as we said before, they will capitalise on Trent going forward. Yeah, they'll 100% of. And that's not like a slight on Trent. That's just how he's plays and how he's asked to play. You know, you can't be in. No footballer's good enough to be in two places at the same time, and Trent pushes onto this space in behind. Right, so you're back in Liverpool. I'm back in Liverpool as well. I can't see Real Madrid doing it, but I've always got that thought in the back of my head. Like I've been wrong. I've been wrong on 3 times. They can't do it again. I backed against them every game, but with conviction, live on air. You know, like one of them, one that comes back to bite you on the neck. Yeah, it has definitely. Yeah.
You know, like the Rio one with get Ole to sign a contract.
You're not bringing Rio into this.
With that kind of, I went with that kind of conviction. They can't beat Chelsea. Yeah. They can't beat Man City. They can't beat PSG, and they've got here.
Do you know what? That's the only problem with this whole thing. It might go right to the edge, to the end. Only reason it is because Benzema. Yeah. He's been on flames, isn't he? He should be down and out by now. Yeah. He just keeps on getting better and better.
I don't know what they're feeding these players now. By 34, I was done, dusted, you know.
Must be in the tapas skis.
I does.
There's something. It must be in the tapas. What is going on?
I don't know.
He's getting better and better.
I know Modric as well. Yeah.
It's the tapas. Yeah. What was he? 38?
36.
Mate,
he's looking better than ever, isn't he?
I know.
Yeah, the tapas. Well, you've heard it here first on BT Sport. We need to.
The tapas is getting spiked. It's been great to watch them, like both sides get to this level, and now what we're seeing is like both of them at the top of their games, and I think the only reason why I wouldn't bet against Real Madrid, is because of Carlo Ancelotti. Yeah. Like, he always thinks he's in the game, doesn't he? He always thinks he's never a beaten man. Even though there might be 2-0 down, 3-0 down, he still thinks there's a chance. Yeah. And he actually makes the players believe it's not over until that final whistle.
What do you make of that as well? They've not had a game for 3 weeks. Liverpool been fighting the stress and the pressure. That can go both ways, can't it?
When you've got some rhythm, so say Liverpool's only just been done a week.
Yeah.
And they've got some rhythm, they still know what they need to do. And they're not rusty, they're in flow. When you've had 3 weeks break, you could come back a little bit rusty, mentally as well. And that could work against Real Madrid. but at the same time, their players are well rested now. Depending on how the training has been, so it might work in their favour. But that's down to Ancelotti and his team.
There's so much to think of in there. There's so little stories going on, because also you got the disappointment. For 15 minutes, Liverpool thought they won the league, didn't they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you got them. The lads are going to have to that emotional, like.
Yeah.
You know.
And also, remember the last game against Villarreal?
Yeah.
The first half.
That
madness,
was shocking.
Wasn't it?
That was a madness.
That was mad. And then obviously they switched it on.
Yeah.
I don't think they can afford to do that again.
Nah.
Not in the finals.
Nah.
So hopefully they don't do that and they can come out of the traps quite early and get the result.
We're in Paris.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the Louvre, Guys.
What's the Louvre?
The Louvre.
The Louvre. What's the Louvre?
The Louvre's the
the Louvre.
The Louvre. You put a bit of backspin on it there,
How do you spell it?
See, now you're getting complicated, aren't you?
You can't just say that, just chuck words at me.
L-O-U-V-E-R-E.
Yeah, Louvre. I told you.
Louvre.